from LaserLemming.com, and Nintendo is in the news in a big way. They announced at a announcement. They announced that they are going to finally be making games for smart devices, aka smartphones, tablets, and also PCs. This is shocking and not shocking. It's shocking in the sense that Nintendo has said for the last few years that they will not be making games for smart devices, and that would be counterintuitive to their business and it would be bad for their IPs. But investors in the company for years have been pressuring Nintendo to do this because they've seen how much money is being made in that arena. So the pressure has finally kicked in, especially because Nintendo hasn't been doing well with the Wii U and the declining sales of dedicated hardware with the 3DS. Even though the new 3DS is doing well, it's giving the system a little bit of a boost. It's not doing what those DS days were, it's not kicking it up. It's not a constant ass kicker. So writing's on the wall there, I guess. And Nintendo is saying, we're going to do it. And, they threw out this whole line about, of course, we could see the value of doing this. But in reality, Iwata for the last few years has been saying, no, we don't want to do this, and it would be bad to do this. It would make our titles have less value. Because, 3DS games from Nintendo come out at $40. There's no way Nintendo is going to be releasing a $40 iOS game. Not a chance. It's not happening. So whatever they put out is going to be a lot cheaper than that. And it's going to be weird to see whatever they put out. Their first games are supposed to be coming out in, I believe, fall of this year. They're partnering with a company called DeNA. That's D-E-N-A. And that's a big mobile company in Japan. Nintendo's going to be developing all of the games. They have nothing to do with the game development, but they are helping out on the back end quite a bit because they have a lot of experience in this. So I'm hoping that this partnership gives Nintendo access and a better understanding of online infrastructure and maybe account systems. So maybe the next Nintendo system, which I'll get to in a second, will be better integrated and a lot more modern like you'd expect. So, speaking of their next system, they also announced, they just dropped this bomb. They said, they just said, by the way, our next system's in development. Its code name is the NX. And wow, the Wii U came out in 2012. It's only early 2015, and they're already giving out the code name of their next system. Now, they're doing this because, it's investors. They're going to appease the investors. And when they announced this mobile stuff, and they announced that the NX is in development, stocks jumped like 25%. So stock prices, I should say, jumped about 25%, which is, what they wanted. So it renewed some faith with the people that are spending money on Nintendo shares. So, it's kind of hard to say what this means. A lot of people are taking this as, Nintendo's going third party. This is just a closer step to them going third party. And some people are really happy to say that. But, look at where Sega's at right now. It was a kind of long road to get where they are, which is in Schitt's Creek. But it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And I don't think it'd be good for Nintendo to go third party. Now, they are making games for third parties now. They're going to be making games for the iPhone, iPad, Android phones and tablets, and the PC. Wow. That is Nintendo being a third-party developer and publisher, essentially. But they are also, in that same breath, they said, we also have new game hardware coming out. And they said to show our commitment to the gaming community, I don't know. To show our commitment to gaming, essentially, we're also developing this new system. They didn't specify whether or not it was a console or a handheld. I would say it's probably the Wii U successor, because the Wii U is not doing well. Not doing well. I don't like that it's not. I enjoy my Wii U. It's a fun system, but let's be real. Sales have not been where they should be, and it's nowhere near where Nintendo thought they'd be at this point. So, with that in mind, with the sales of the Wii U just being bad, and Nintendo's putting out a lot of work. Their output is good for this system. So some of their best games are being released on the Wii U, but people aren't buying it because people don't own Wii U's. So Nintendo would like to remedy that, and they'd like to put out a system that sells, and they're hoping the NX sells. And we'll see if that's the case. You know, they said this is just us pretty much announcing that this is happening. We will tell you more information next year. And God, it's fucking 2015 March. It's March 2015 right now. So you're going to get more information in 2016. Probably E3 2016, which would be around June. So you got about a year and 3 months, 15 months, I'd say, before you see this system officially unveiled. And I'm thinking that it's probably the Wii U successor, and it's probably coming out fall 2016. You know, a lot of people are saying this is probably coming out 2017 because Nintendo typically goes on the 5-year life cycle. 5 or 6. The Wii was 6 years. But I don't think so. I don't think so. Just with the way the Wii U's been selling and the way Nintendo is handling this, I don't see Nintendo personally dragging this out. Look at the last year of the Wii's life cycle. They didn't put out a ton of games. And I don't see Nintendo putting out a ton of games in 2016. And I definitely don't see Nintendo putting out a ton of games or even a decent amount of games in 2017 for the Wii U. No, I think 2016 is probably going to taper off with Wii U support from Nintendo, which is really the 99% of the support where you, as far as retail games are on the Wii U, come from Nintendo. Third-party support is practically exclusive to eShop support and Lego games at this point. So I think that 2016 is where it's at, and that's even stretching it to me. So I think that Zelda will probably come out at the end of 2015, we hope. But after that, whatever games they announce at E3 this year and show off again at E3 next year, that'll be it for the Wii U. At least that's what I think right now. I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think about Nintendo finally putting games out for phones and tablets? Some people are really psyched about it. I could personally care less. We'll see. I really doubt I'm going to be spending money on phone games, regardless of whether or not Nintendo's making them. But some people are really hyped about it. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about the NX? Do you think it's going to change the game? Nintendo did say that this is going to be different. It's going to be a different system. So, you know, it sounds like they're trying to reinvent the wheel again. But let me know. Comment section below. Subscribe for more if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.